Alright, today we are going to be showcasing Gohan. In my opinion, he's probably the strongest unit from this update. And I've spent quite a lot of rerolls so far. For example, let's look at Gohan here. Let's see how many tries it took me to actually get Unbound on him. 41. Crazy. Let's see. How many tries did it take to get Unbound on Perfect Cell? 53. Again, insane. I've been spending way too much rerolls. But if you don't have that many rerolls, there is an event going on. Where is it? Oh, this one. The Dragon's Wish. If you look at the top here, Dragon's Wish. Oh my god. Dragon's Wish. If you collect all the 7 orbs, you can get an unbound trait on any dragon unit. Basically, any unit from this update. Which means you can put an unbound on your Gohan. And that's what I recommend you do. All the other units that I have from this update doesn't seem to be as good as Gohan. And Perfect Cell is a good unit, but Unbound is very bad on him because he buffs per unit placed on the map. And Unbound only makes it so that you can place one of them. So I'm probably going to roll for another trait. But let's get into the showcase. Today, we're going to go Gohan. I'm going to place him here. There we go. On placement, doing about 6,000 damage. But I'm just going to let him charge over there while I explain what his passives are. Alright, let's look at his passives first. So, his first passive is Hidden Potential. On upgrade 3, he transforms so that every 3 regular attack will deal 50% of his damage to all enemies within his range. And on upgrade 5, he'll unlock Rage Unleash. So, and Rage Unleash is right here. Rage Unleash. This unit has a Prodigy meter starting at 0. On regular attack, increase the Prodigy meter by 5. When enemies leave this unit's range, increase the Prodigy meter again by 1. Once this unit has reached 100% on the Prodigy meter stack, remove the Prodigy meter and transform into his second transformation. In his second transformation, he increased his unit's damage by 25%, and it buffs his hidden potential ability. So instead of doing 50% every 3 regular attack, he's now doing 75%. So it's just a bit of a buff. And finally, he have the Unyielding Spirit. So on every regular attack, onto an enemy who has a status effect, meaning freeze, slow, burn, and so on, he'll deal 10% more damage per stack of status effect on that enemy. And if the status effect is a DOT, meaning it does damage over time, such as burn, then it will refresh the duration. So for example, if you use him in combination with Itachi, and Itachi's fire is about to go out, once the unit gets hit by Gohan, it refreshed the time. And it also changed the DOT to be done by Gohan instead of the original unit, such as Itachi. And this only trigger once per DOT, per enemy. And that's his passive, which is very strong. Wait, I need to upgrade Gohan to his 5th upgrade so that he can get his rage stack. Okay. And as you see, once enemies are leaving his range, his rage is going up. And every time he attacks, his rage is also going up. Boom. Okay. I'm going to max him out. And then I'm going to turn that ability off. Okay. His active ability, Father and Son, Spirit Energy. On activation, select a point within this unit's range to fire basically a beam for 10 seconds in a straight line AoE, similar to how Shoso works. And this means that everything within that line AoE will be taking 75% of his damage every 1 second, which is pretty broken. Alright, let's see if this... I think they're going to have to circle around one more time for his rage to be fully maxed out. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. His damage is going up. Oh my lord. Okay, his rage. Okay, they're gonna have to go one more round for his rage to go back up. Alright, while they go for one more round, let me explain what equipments I use on him. So I use his personal item, the Mentor's Cap. I mean, everyone's gonna use the personal item, no duh. His first item is going to be the Warrior's Pole, increased physical damage dealt, and he's a physical unit, increased damage dealt in general, and when he is transformed into his second phase, he gets another 17% damage buff. So overall, that's roughly 30% of damage buff. Very insane equipment. Highly recommend. His second one is going to be the Shinigami Sword, increased crit chance, increased damage overall, and increased damage up to 15% per enemy in range. Alright, now they're coming back for a second round. He already transformed, as you can see, the meter has disappeared. So he gets a 57% damage buff just alone, just by himself from his passive. Using this ability, oh my lord, look at all that damage. His DPS went up to 600,000. How much damage did that do? That did like 400k to like the units that walk past. That's crazy. So that's a nuke. 400,000 damage to everything within a line. Yep, everything's almost dead. Except for the guy at the end, because they didn't get hit. But yeah, I highly recommend you get this unit as fast as possible. I highly recommend that you spend the Dragon Balls to upgrade him into a Unbound. And that's going to be it for the video. I will be making more showcases on other units, such as Vegeta, Goku. Maybe I'll do them both. Maybe I'll do a video of who is actually the better unit from these two. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time.